The writing is, I feel, off my plate as the sole lead writer at this point, which is wonderful. Meaning I filled all the holes, and now the tweaks come in rehearsal on our feet, all of us together working on revisions. I'm past the point where I have to go home and rewrite a scene because we decided that this wasn't going to happen and this was, that kind of thing. We got solid on the casualties of the drug war, and that's what this play is going to show, is the casualties of this drug war.
I mean, they got all the calls listed. I mean, right here, huh? They got recordings of them, stacked, dated in the back room. I mean, there is enough to send you away for 25 to 30. While your wife and kids get shipped back to Bogota, I mean, I'm going to guess they're not going to be welcome.
Don't do anything out of the ordinary and you'll be fine. You walk out, you go directly to the gas station on Broad Street.
They're going to know.
They're not going to know because you're not going to give them any reason to know. It's just business as usual.
The rush, the adrenaline, the chase, gun and host crash, focus and strategy. The rush, the adrenaline, chase, look in the mirror, kingpin goes down. This is your high.
We got lean and mean about it, so we took out everything that wasn't really driving that story of Nick and Bo home.
No offense, but you got problems of your own, dude.
I even ended up actually putting in some pieces of the story that we had 2 years ago when we first started working on this with the Institute for Municipal and Regional Policy, which is how this project began. So I actually went back and took some scene work from that we haven't touched. We had lost that element of the story. I put it back in there because all of a sudden it became pertinent again.
If I would have known this time was going to be our last time, I would have carried you with me in your right mind to the first time. I cried. You comforted me, was my speech when I wasn't able to speak, and now I don't want to think about the times you were in your wrong mind, almost like a member of the dark side instead of comfort. You were the reason I cried.
Wormhole effect that we're starting to be able to call this in this piece, I think epitomizes what we're talking about. We're talking about hip-hop theater. When you short-circuit space and time, you know, and get from one place to the other, just like, kind of like that, you know, but totally with total clarity. That's what we're shooting for. That's the hip-hop theater effect that we want to get to.
We have figured out where everything goes in the script in order. Now, there are still revisions within that to be made, but we have figured out where they go and why they go there. And so what we just did here was walking through those. Obviously, we're still on book, we still have our script in our hand, and there's lots of changes within the script, you know, line by line that are going to be made. But we were able to walk it like a map.